The health and wellness industry is keeping you fat, sick, and miserable by having you prioritize the complete wrong things in your health journey. Because let's face it, if you're 50 plus pounds overweight, that $8 bottle of kombucha that you bought from Whole Foods isn't doing shit for your health. You've been building your health pyramid completely upside down. So let me show you what it should actually look like and how to execute on it. Ta-da! This is how you lose weight, get in shape, and more importantly, stay in shape. But everyone tries to start up here with food quality or micronutrient dense foods. They go to Whole Foods and fill their cart with organic kale, grass-fed everything, and $8 bottles of green juice that they've never tried before, hoping that this is the time. This is the time I grin and bear it through foods I absolutely hate to finally get healthy. That lasts for about 2 to 4 weeks before you're back to your old eating habits, except now you feel like shit about yourself, you're out $200, and you're still carrying around all that extra weight that's actually killing you. Because obesity is linked to damn near everything that kills people early. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes, multiple forms of cancer, sleep apnea, strokes, high blood pressure, fatty liver disease, the list just goes on and on and on. That extra weight you're carrying around is legitimately taking years off of your life, and you're worried about whether your chicken is organic or not. The best thing you can do to live a long, healthy, and happy life is to lose the fucking weight. I don't care if you do it eating McDonald's or you do it eating kale chips dipped in organic grass-fed butter that came from a cow that was blessed by the fucking Pope. So let's talk about how to actually do that, starting with the foundation that most everyone ignores. This is where you start. Calories. The only way to lose fat is to put yourself into a calorie deficit. Not keto, not intermittent fasting, not eating purely foods that you find at Sprouts. Calorie deficit. A 500 calorie per day deficit, or 3,500 calories per week, equals out to roughly 1 pound of body fat lost. Simple math. And that's a nice, realistic, sustainable rate of fat loss. But if you don't know how many calories you're taking in, you're flying completely dark. You will have no idea whether you're in a deficit or not. And this is why people hate/ignore the most crucial step of this process. They don't want to track their food because they don't want to face the reality of how much they're actually eating on a daily basis. But you can't manage what you don't measure. Track everything you eat for a few weeks in MyFitnessPal, weigh in every day and look at your weekly average weight and see how that's moving based on the amount of calories that you're consuming. Master this first. Get comfortable with knowing your intake and hitting your calorie target consistently before you start worrying about anything else. Start here, please. And once you've got that dialed in, we can move on to the next layer. Next up, macronutrients. And really, we're just gonna talk about the one macronutrient that matters most: protein. Protein is the most satiating macronutrient, meaning it's gonna keep you fuller for a longer period of time compared to the other macronutrients. It also helps you preserve muscle while you're losing fat, and it has the highest thermic effect, which means that you burn more calories just digesting it compared to the other two macronutrients. And studies show that when calories and protein are equated, the ratio of your carbs and fats doesn't matter at all when it comes to fat loss. This is great news. You don't have to stress balancing all 3 macronutrients on a daily basis. That would drive anyone insane, except for bodybuilders who are pretty much insane already. To balance all 3 macronutrients on a daily basis is making things way more complicated than it needs to be when it comes to fat loss. So just aim for a calorie and protein goal. That's it. Let carbs and fats fall where they may based on the foods that you actually want to be eating. As far as a protein goal, golden rule is generally 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. But if you are really overweight and you have a lot of weight to lose, aim for 1 gram per pound of your goal weight. Everything else can be flexible. You want pizza? Fine. You want rice? Fine. As long as you are consistently hitting your calorie and protein targets, you can fill in the rest with whatever you want. So master these 2 things, and then you can start worrying about the very top of the pyramid. Which brings us to food quality/micronutrients. Because yes, this stuff absolutely matters for overall health. And look, in an ideal world, you would tackle all 3 of these levels at once. You'd hit your calories, you'd nail your protein, you'd get a lot of nutrient-dense foods in your diet. But you have a busy life. You've got a career, you've got a family, you've got many responsibilities. So instead of trying to be perfect with everything and failing all of it, tackle these instead in order of importance. Calories first, then get consistent with your protein intake, then optimize food quality as you go. Because here's what matters most. Remember, it's not just about getting in shape. It's about getting in shape and staying in shape. Build something you can actually stick to for years, not just something you can do while you're highly motivated. Something that works with your actual life and not against it. Otherwise, you'll keep achieving the result, but failing and going right back to square one. And that is the worst type of purgatory to be stuck in, I promise you. So in conclusion, stop trying to be perfect. Start building from the foundation up, because your future self is gonna thank you for doing things that actually moves the needle and keeps you in shape, rather than doing what looks sexy on your Instagram story when you post your $8 kombucha or your green machine juice shit from Whole Foods. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.